Hey, what's up guys? This is Mohammed Blushi from Future Kuwait channel and I've got with me Barry Rodriguez. And today we are going to have a close look into the new HTC One M9 Plus and let's see what we've got. And Barry, can you tell us about the HTC One M9 Plus when you compare it with the HTC One M9?
Thanks, Blushi. So, hey guys, I have with me here the M9 Plus, and this is the M9 flagship that was launched about 3 months ago. Not much visible difference between the two devices. As you see, this one's a gold version and this one's a silver version. The button placements and everything on the devices are actually pretty much in the same places. However, on the back we have, this one's got a single lens, this one's got two lenses. This one's got a 20.7 megapixel shooter. And I guess it'll work better with people who want to take a lot of better quality pictures. Apart from that, physically it's got a fingerprint scanner button, but I was told by Blushi that this one apparently is just for fingerprint, just to access your phone. It doesn't offer any additional functionality in terms of payments or anything of that sort.
So when we compare it with Samsung and Apple, so it does not do the same functionality?
No, not really. I mean, it's just to unlock your device, and I think people still, you have multiple ways to unlock your device. You have PIN and you have all the other stuff. So for me, it's not a big seller. In terms of the screen size, it's a wee bit bigger than the original M9. I think this is a 5.1, 5.2, sorry, and this is a 5. Okay. So a marginal increase in screen size. However, this is a full HD screen as opposed to this one, which is actually just a regular HD screen. What are your thoughts, Blushi?
I think HTC basically, if you jump from M8 to M9 Plus, it makes sense. But what if a customer already has M9 and he wants to just switch to M9 Plus? Does it make any
I don't think it's going to make it's not a big enough jump. If I had the M9 Plus, I wouldn't really think about getting the if I had the M9, I wouldn't think of getting the M9 Plus because it doesn't give me any major features in addition to what I already have. However, if I had the M7 or the M8, then perhaps I would definitely think about the M9 Plus.
Now, talking about the hardware part, this device M9 got the Snapdragon. And this M9 Plus got the MediaTek.
Right.
So in terms of functionality, I mean, as an end user, do you feel any difference?
Not really. As an end user, I don't think it makes much of a difference. Although from a personal perspective, I've heard a lot more good things about the Snapdragon as opposed to the MediaTek. But I think for the layperson, an everyday phone user, it's not going to matter much.
Yeah, it looks now speaking about the screen size. Now, if you go back to, for instance, LG or even the Google Nexus 6, they are almost same in size, but this looks bigger. Is it because of the speakers they're using, the top and the bottom?
Yeah, you're right. I think the speakers actually makes the bezel go a bit wider.
I see.
And as we were talking earlier, there seems to be some kind of a spacing in between the screen, where the screen finishes and the bezel starts. Some people might actually like it. I don't mind it. It gives it a bit more grip when you hold the phone, but it doesn't make a difference if you have a cover. It makes sense if you're not using covers. Personally, I don't like covers, so it's a good thing for me. But I don't know what majority of people would think.
Okay, what about the user interface, Sense 7? Your thoughts on it? The look and feel, the icons,
Well, Sense 7 is actually, I think I find it a bit more cleaner than Sense 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's a little more intuitive than Sense 6. It truly actually makes sense calling it Sense.
It makes sense.
Yes.
Okay. So fine. What about the camera result when you say 20.7 megapixel camera or the front 4 ultra pixel camera?
Right. Personally, when I use the M8, I use the M8, which is the previous version of this flagship, and that one had a 4 megapixel shooter, 4 ultra pixel shooter, and it was pretty average in daylight conditions, but it was actually not that great at all in low light conditions. So compared to that, I think the 20 megapixel or 20.7 megapixel shooter that we have on the M9 Plus may actually be a bit better than the previous versions. Although overall, I think both video and still images The M9, M9 Plus, fairly average pictures. Nothing great to talk about.
Okay, so overall, let's conclude this. So what I understood from your conversation is basically if a guy who is using M8 or M7 should jump or shift to
Yes.
M9 Plus.
Definitely.
But if I'm as a customer using M9, shall I go and shift to M9 Plus, or do you think that it's okay, it's almost the same?
Well, unless you're a really big tech freak, then yeah, go ahead, be my guest. But if you're not into technology as much as the rest of the world, I'd say stick to your M9. Stick to your M9. You're not going to miss much. However, if you're really into phones and if you think that the processor and the slightly bigger screen size will make a difference, and if you're into taking different kinds of pictures, then definitely go in for the M9.
M9 Plus.
Yeah.
All right then, this was a quick look into the M9 Plus. I mean, comparing it with M9. So we wish you all the best, and we hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for this one, and we will see you in the next one. Thank you.
And don't forget to subscribe to this channel.
Thank you.